Bum 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 bum. The Peter-like show. Bum 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 bum. I'm gonna do that swing again. That was a beautiful one. Bum 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 bum. The Peter-like show. The Peter-like show. Bum 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 bum. Well, please continue to pray for me and pray for good weather tomorrow by leaving a like on this video. I'm gonna do some fortune telling in this video because I've been doing a lot of soul searching during this trip. I badly needed this trip, much more so than I thought before I left for the trip. So as you guys know, I've been kind of pivoting away from my main career path with the art projects, but at the same time, the art projects present kind of a conundrum, right? The whole purpose of my art career was to lessen the pressure at my day job, but at the same time, it leaves little time for me, and so it's a weird conundrum, if you will. Sometimes as I'm doing the art, I forgot what I'm shooting for, right? I was thinking of shooting to reclaim my personal life on the weekends, but the weekends get completely taken up with the art projects. Sometimes Friday after work, I get home and I start pouring the art. And you know, with bismuth, it doesn't always pour right. Or even with any of the other metals, when I'm casting stuff, it doesn't always come out right. And you get into this, it reminds me of, I used to have a friend with a gambling addiction. And he would win, and he would tell me that he's got to win whatever amount, right? He's shooting for a video game set that he wants to buy, or a trip that he wants to take, a new car. He's got to win at least that much, right? And he hits that number sometimes, but he says, oh, it'd be nice if I could also buy something else, right? And then he loses it all. Or he loses and he wants to chase his loss. I just got to get back to even again. I distinctly remember I visited my friend one time, and he had placed this bet. And if it had won, he would have gone back to even. And it looked like he was going to have a heart attack for those 5 or 10 seconds. And I can relate to that now. I pour some good bismuth crystals. Oh my God, I'm only some number away from some goal that I had set earlier that I might not even have set, right? I just thought about for some reason. I hit that goal or I don't, and then I try to chase, or you get the idea, right? And unfortunately, my art projects have kind of become like that, and this trip has kind of become rehab. It was weird. So let's do some fortune telling. The number one thing I want to fortune tell about is whether or not I can have a successful and healthy art career, a healthy relationship with it, and be successful with it. And I'm using a no mercy deck because my career has shown no mercy to me. As of late, death. 6, social distance, right? Maybe I need some social distancing away from that. That's how I felt. 5 in my mind means to procrastinate. It means to ask for 5 more minutes. So maybe my client's asking me to pour something out of bismuth, and I go, ooh. In Chinese, 5 is pronounced ooh, and my mom would wake me up and I would go, ooh. So my clients would ask me to make some kind of a crystal, ooh. Except it needs to be more like 5 days, right? Not just 5 minutes. All right, let's do, how about my job at the community college? Death. Well, 8 in Chinese means to make a fortune. I'll make a fortune killing myself teaching there, I guess. It does feel like that some of these days, so that's not all that crazy. Now, there's a girl that I like at a board game meetup, an Asian American girl. Let's do some fortune telling about how things are going to go there. +2, that's a good sign, the 2 of us, right? 9, that's a good sign as well, right? Death! So, the 2 of us are going to be close. We're going to spend 9 years together, and then the relationship is going to end, right? That's fine. 9 years is about right for me. I tend to pivot my ways of life every so often anyway, right? Now, there's another girl at a different meetup. You can think of her as a distant cousin of Taylor Swift. Oh no. A lot of sad faces there. And like a no-go there. Yep. Okay, I didn't think she was the right one anyway. And then there's my complete recovery from long COVID, which has been very protracted. 2, 7, 3, 8, 1. At least we're not drawing a 4. Oh, but at least we're going to have some recovery before a next challenge in life, I suppose. Let's do some fortune telling about Voyager 1 coming back to life. 3, 3. That's a good sign. 3's a lucky number for me, but oh, death. Anyways, we'll probably launch a new Voyager at some point. We kind of missed our chance, though, because you have to launch about 3 years before Jupiter and Saturn come into conjunction, right? So Voyager 1 and 2 were launched in 1977. We had the conjunction in 80. Cassini was launched in 97. We had the conjunction in 2000. So we kind of missed our window on that one. But we could still fly past Jupiter at least. Let's do some fortune telling about... You know, I've been running into a lot of drama recently in my social life of just being unwelcome in various places. Yesterday, I tried to go to a grocery store and then a library, and without doing anything unusual except for being a tourist, I ran into just drama for some reason. I had a little bit of drama on the highway too. I had to go through border security on I-10. I'm not sure why we even have a border control on I-10. You're not entering into Mexico or anything. Although the highway does kind of almost touch Mexico, I guess. But the guy wanted to search my car. Fortunately, he didn't think anything unusual. I was worried he was going to confiscate. I had bars and bars of various metals, of tantalum and all that. But I guess he saw my art projects with the crystals and all that. And most people, unfortunately, don't think very highly of artists. I guess it worked in my favor on that particular instance, but most people don't think very highly of artists, right? Had I just had bars and bars of metals, he almost certainly would have confiscated it, right? So social acceptance for this one, 7. Plus death. Yeah, I don't know what's been going on. I've been running into a rejection in a lot of places that I've been at as of late. It's not just during the trip. Back home in Phoenix, I had a time when I was using one of the empty classrooms to record a Peter Dislike show, and one of the custodians there thought he didn't realize I was a instructor there, and he thought I was trespassing from the street. I showed him my ID and all that, but it kind of offended me that he thought I was trespassing from the street. It made me reflect on what am I doing that's off, and things like that make me wonder, am I dressed inappropriately, or do I smell bad, or do I give off some... I don't know. I've been running into that a lot, and it's making me reflect on myself. Maybe I was really burnt out. You know, I really was up all night, multiple nights in a row, making crystals and all that, and not eating right, and you get the idea, right? This is the Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum.